Good. So we've given our lower mounting a chance to set, and we're just going to verify that indeed it's accurate. We should be able to open and close that into the record, and it should go right down just exactly into that index on both sides, and that is a pretty good indicator that we have an accurate mounting. Now, one other thing that we should do to verify the accuracy of our mounting is to mark with a little articulating ribbon where the initial contact is in the centric relation position. And so I'll grab a little piece of marking ribbon here. What we would do, we'd simply get our incisal guide pin out of the way and then just touch that together to see where that is. And it looks like it's between tooth number 2 and tooth number 31. And we got a little bit over here on there, it's on both second molars, so 2 and 31 and 15 and 18 as well. So we'd check that with our clinical examination on initial tooth contact to verify that it indeed was the same or very close. Now, something else that we can do, it's kind of an interesting little experiment. When we took this centric relation record, we tried several different methods, and each one of those methods captured centric relation at a slightly different vertical dimension. So this wafer, this Schuyler wax method, is probably with the teeth the closest together. We also made a deprogrammer that fits over the front teeth that the patient then used so that only the front teeth were touching and the back teeth were uncoupled. And we found centric relation that way, and then injected some bite registration material in between the posterior segments. This obviously is at an increased vertical dimension from the vertical dimension of the Schuyler wax wafer. It will be interesting. I've trimmed these back because you can't use these without trimming the excess. You have to get rid of the embrasures and a lot of the detail, just like you would with any bite record. Otherwise, there's just too much information, too much adaptation down into this copy of a copy. So at the point of a cast, you've taken an impression, which is a copy, and then you've poured up a cast, which is a copy of that copy. And with each transfer, you're going to lose some of your accuracy. So you have to get rid of, you have to basically compensate for any irregularities at this stage by trimming the record. This one could be trimmed just a little bit more to get rid of that part that goes right down into the fossa, like that. And then same thing with the lower here. We'll trim that just a little bit more. And this is the same way that you, again, would trim a bite record for mounting any of your cases. So let's see if this is accurate. If we have an accurate centric relation, it really shouldn't matter the vertical dimension as long as the condyles are not translating. So if it's purely rotational, it shouldn't matter at what vertical we capture that. So let's see how we did. We can get the side right here. There we go. Okay. Okay, the moment of truth. So let's see if this sets down into the record accurately, and it looks like it does. So you can see that it's sitting right into that record. So it doesn't really matter what vertical That is just open a little bit more, but because we have approximated the hinge axis, it doesn't really matter. So there we go.